In this video, I'm going to explain to you the premise of the app Addie, which basically we're launching this app to help users keep in touch with their contact base, particularly to update their contacts whenever their own contact information changes. The pain point that we're trying to solve is that, if my home address changes, let's say, I'd like to create a set of, let's say, 50, 100, 200 contacts and notify them when key information in my contact data changes. I move cities, move homes, change a phone number, change an email address. What I'd like to do is automatically keep my contacts informed, selected contacts informed on the changes that occur to my personal information. So this is the contacts tab where I can add contacts and also import contacts. This is where I can set up connections and invite other people to Addie, and I can also group my contacts. So in the all contacts tab, I can either add one contact at a time or I can import them. So right now we have Apple set up, and we're hoping with this video to get approval for importing our users' Google contacts, and we're also working on Outlook. So basically we're trying to cover these three sources, and also we offer an upload as a CSV if people are interested in doing that. And once I have my contacts here and I create and I connect with them, inviting them to Addie as well, which is optional, I could then group contacts into groups of these are examples: friends, family, acquaintances, and so on. So let's say if I create a friends group, what I also have control over is I can specify which of these fields people in this group, any members of this group, have access to. There are two levels. There's a full member and a limited member, because I might have, let's say, work colleagues. Most of them might be full members. There may be somebody that I don't know that well, and I could set them up as a limited member and give them limited access to my contact information. So in this members tab, I can add a member from my connections to this group and then determine whether they should be limited or not. So for example, if you look at this tab here, I could simply say this is a limited member, and then this member will only see the fields that are specified for a limited member. So the main premise of this app, just to recap, is we want to provide users a novel way, an effective way to keep their contacts updated whenever their own contact information changes. So basically, without having to notify my entire address book, I'd like to be able to automatically send out information. So if I go into my profile and make any of these updates and I update my profile details, then that's when what we've done is a broadcast goes out to all the contacts in my contact book based on the rules of their grouping. They'll receive a notification that my phone number has changed or my email address has changed, and so on. So that's the premise of the app. That's the pain point and the problem that we're trying to solve. And so basically, in order for this feature, that's why we need access to the user's contact information. And of course, many of our users are across these three sources of contact data. So we're working through one by one to have access to the user's contact database. And of course, goes without saying that in the app, users always have full control over whom they share their updates with. And we've also created field level control over who sees their information. But basically we want the ability to allow our users to import their contacts from their Google account into Addie. That's basically what we're trying to do in a nutshell. These are the clients that we're using. There is only one right now. So this client is what we're using for this app. Right, and it's called Addie, and that's the client ID.